There's been a lot of noise about Aabria Iyengar's playstyle in the first episode in Critical Role's Campaign 4, especially on Reddit, so today we're looking at the scenes people are talking about and breaking it down. Aabria Iyengar has become a familiar face across the tabletop community, from GMing Exandria Unlimited and Dimension 20's Misfits and Magic, A Court of Fey and Flowers, and playing in the Seven. She's also appeared in shows like Pixel Circus Barbie D&D and New York by Night, and is also one of the voices behind the podcast Worlds Beyond Number. She was recently announced as a player in Critical Role's Campaign 4 Westmarch style game GM'd by Brennan Lee Mulligan. In this video, we'll break down the major points of criticism, mainly rule bending and scene interruptions. Let's get into it. First, we will discuss rule bending and spell misuse. For context, in this scene, Aabria enters, hugs Liam, whose brother was just killed, and casts enrichment on the spot.
She pulls you a little tighter, and I'm actually going to cast enrichment on this spot.
Awesome.
For the next year. Plants in a half-mile radius from exactly right here will be a little more fruitful and a little more green.
I place my hand.
There's a small mention of this in Critical Role's Wikipedia page in the trivia section of Abria's character, where it says she would normally not be able to cast it since she is 3rd level and that it would normally take 8 hours to cast. Then Louise arrives carrying Liam's brother's body, and Liam explains where to place it for viewing. An alcove off to the side of a large family room where they lay the body down. She then remains by the body in the alcove, away from the front door for the majority of the episode, getting more and more drunk as she performs funeral rites. As the story continues, other player characters are introduced, each having conversations outside the front door before entering. Aabria then uses the plants outside the house to connect her character to the ongoing scenes. Here is the stat block for plant growth. Plant growth is a 3rd level spell that Abria's character would not have access to until level 5. It has 2 distinct options, overgrowth, which takes an action, and enrichment, which requires 8 hours to cast. The enrichment effect doubles the crop yield within a half-mile radius for 1 year. That is the full extent of the spell's effects. It does not cause instant flower growth, enable communication through plants, the ability to move plants to block paths, change vines from lush to thorny, or alter their physical properties based on the caster's emotions or relationship with others nearby. Here are all the moments she used this spell.
If I can hear speaking on the far side of the door in tones that are not immediate family, but still fundamentally like low and kind, the jasmine growing up, like I will force it to bloom a little more and like give it scent off a little more. Welcome.
Julian, entering the home, you see...
I just want to say.
Yeah.
The jasmine, I always liked Lady Aranessa.
Mm-hmm.
So as the carriage approached, all of that jasmine grew in lush, less flowers and more vines, and that green, the same green of her house. But the moment you step out of the carriage, I bid every bit of greenery, every plant to wither around your feet as you approach this home. No green for you.
And I really am sorry that when they killed that guy, I said, "Can I eat that?" It's just a little demon humor. I don't know.
I think several people heard you say that, and it was inappropriate, and in the presence of royalty and nobles and nobility and
Let's
just...
go here. I'm new. You want me to get you a drink?
Do you
The
have
plants over here, that, and the jasmine, like if you're looking towards the door, the jasmine grows in and blocks your path.
Oh, driver?
Yes, my lord.
Is something wrong? Why, we've stopped just shy of the house.
The house will, I believe there might be, the plants seem to have a mind of their own.
All right, we'll just hoof it. I gently wiped the blade on my hand, but now I've got blood on my hand, and... Do you mind?
It's going poorly out there.
Thank you.
I'm in here praying, and I can see through the plants, and I want to kill them.
I'm still outside the house.
Yeah, we're about to go in. And You know what? No, I do not require security. I'll be just fine. I am, my family is beloved in this.
The vines grow thorns.
Many Reddit users defended her use of the spell, noting that creative interpretation adds flavor to the game and is acceptable when it has no clear mechanical impact. Others argued that it did affect gameplay by granting the caster awareness and influence within a half-mile radius. The second instance of rule bending involves her wildfire spirit Hala. As a wildfire druid, Aabria can burn a wild shape to summon a wildfire spirit. The spirit appears in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you. Each creature within 10 feet of the spirit, other than you, when it appears, must succeed on a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC or take 2d6 fire damage. The spirit is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands. Based on the stat block, her wildfire companion Hala cannot do spells in her stead. Aabria can't speak through her animal, she can't see through its eyes like you would a familiar, and Hala can't listen in on conversations and communicate that back to Aabria.
Taisha Loy of the Domakyar Loys, absolutely shit-faced, holding a demon's ear.
She is mid-druidic rant, but you can see that there are streaks of tears down her cheeks. And she looks up at you and doesn't want to break the rant, and you see her blink, and then you see a second set of eyelids blink, and her voice continues, but now it's on the other side of the room as I burn a wild shape to summon Hala, my wild companion, who continues the rites in my stead so I can turn and address you.
As Murray has come in here blustering like a tornado and all this chaos has happened, Sir Julian has used this immediate opportunity to disengage from the tractor beam of intention you had put upon him, and has kind of pulled away from the rest and actually gone to have a moment with the corpse himself while everyone is kind of distracted, if I might.
Yeah. What do you do as you approach the corpse of Thiazi Fang?
Hand kind of rested on the hilt of my rapier on the side. I kind of stand there for a minute over and kind of just glance left and right to see if anyone is paying any close attention to this corner.
Hala's still there. So you have a whole ass deer staring at you.
There's a companion of the wild here, but of mortal kind, you are alone.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to... Where is the deer currently situated by the corpse?
Deer's at the head and was giving funeral rites.
Right.
Does it look like you're hesitating?
It looks like I'm just kind of looking down and quietly taking in the surroundings.
Then I think Hala will blink, stare at you, so you know that this is like connected to Taisha, and then turn and go find Hero, and is just going to go hang out with Hero and leave you to this moment.
I look to Shadia and to Hero. Girls, could you just clear the dessert table? Maybe take stuff in the back.
Oh, yeah, Dad, you got it.
We'll come find you in a few, all right?
And Hala is trailing them, so we've got just a little backup.
Now let's move on to the second main concern people had, which was interrupting player moments. In this scene, Luis and Travis were about to engage with each other when Aabria interjected, shifting the spotlight from their interaction to her own. She does seem to walk away in an attempt to give them their moment, but Brennan continues to interact with Aabria for a moment longer, giving the viewers a bit more lore on her background.
And then tossed it over to the Revolutionary Guard to clean up. You saw Zune come out at the end. In other words, they were like, we were just here to kill this guy. We were not here to clean up the corpse. You guys do your thing.
We have spent too many years together, spilling blood in the same mud for us not to recognize each other immediately.
Yeah.
I will gauge Zune's expression and see if it is one of interest and welcome.
I look at you, and I feel like I'm sort of scanning you as well.
Can I insight check these boys insight checking each other?
Yeah, you both kind of see, like, the shoulders both kind of
Yes.
come back and just, right.
I'll give a nod.
Give me insight.
Jesus,
You've
it's
got a
under the spider.
Why do you have a spider?
Don't worry about it. 17. 16.
17. I think that passes Taylor. What's your deception score? I think it passes your passive deception, and you're not trying to be deceptive right now.
Nope, I'm not.
Taylor has a similar vibe that you have right now. You clock a vibe from Taylor similar to your vibe, which is, why did bad things happen?
I think that's the turning point. She wanted to like pull you away to speak to you. If you are already like moving in the same way, I think the sort of which side of the fence she will fall on resolves itself, and she'll leave you two to it. And I'm gonna go stand behind Loza and like sort of hands on her shoulders, begin like matching her cadence and harmonizing with her druidic, and take over these rites and step away from the like family and people of this and do what I was made and called to do.
You speak words of comfort and purpose. I hope I'm lucky enough to find you again. And she kisses the hand. Taylor and Azune, you guys, I think, have a moment to sort of find each other privately here as well.
Yeah, I'll cross to Azune and
As soon as you start to cross, I meet you.
I'll extend my hand and we clasp forearms.
Fans appreciated that once the scene concluded with Aabria, Brennan redirected the focus back to Luis and Travis so they could continue. This moment was frequently mentioned in Reddit discussions. Aabria is undoubtedly a beautiful storyteller. She uses D&D elements to paint a picture and hold the viewer's attention. The question for many is, can she do that without compromising the integrity of the game? I love the structure of D&D. When you drift too far from it, it starts to feel less like D&D and more like collaborative storytelling. Brennan has said episode 1 was a prelude meant to introduce everyone to the viewers, so some rule bending makes sense. It's more of a teaser than a standard session. The prelude sets the stage. The real D&D starts after this. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. I plan to continue uploading videos about Campaign 4, focusing on different characters and topics each time. So please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.